So as it stands this morning, we're still waiting, at the time of recording this video, we're still waiting on the fixtures. They've been delayed, obviously, by Police Scotland and Sky trying to get their act together. Police Scotland trying to determine when and where Celtic can win the league. Ali McCoist and Chris Sutton were on a show last night. We'll talk about that. Kris Boyd has been going banging on about Celtic again. There's a Celtic transfer link that's a striker. We'll talk about him also. All this morning's Celtic FC news, but first of all, we'll go back to the announcement. We're still waiting this morning for the fixtures. They have been delayed for 24 hours due to Police Scotland and Sky Television trying to decide when and where Celtic will be able to seen and winning the league. It's never going to be at Ibrox, but something they spoke about yesterday. Kris Boyd says that the Rangers need to get better quality in the door if they want to topple Celtic. Kris Boyd spent most of an interview yesterday talking about Celtic when he was asked about Rangers. So yeah, that's just typical with Kris Boyd. Ali McCoist and Chris Sutton last night were on a YouTube channel, and with fans groups from Celtic and Celtic TV and that were there, and a couple of Rangers podcasts. I've no idea who they are, but Ali McCoist admits it hurts to see Celtic winning trebles, and then get this, he argues that Celtic should have won more over the last decade. He says that they should have won more when Rangers weren't in the league. Didn't we start winning the trebles when Rangers were in the league? So does that not say that the league was a bit more competitive? Remember, there was other teams like St Johnstone won cups and everything. So I think the league was probably a bit more competitive without them in it. But Ali McCoist says that Celtic should have won more during the time that Rangers were not in the league. Celtic obviously had the quadruple treble in 2020, and we're on course again for a clean sweep if we beat Rangers this weekend. He also went on to say that the Rangers just winning two major honours after their financial implosion. Yeah, you just went bust, dead. Kaput. After ending their 4-year exile in 2016, Celtic wrapped up titles on the way to 9 in a row. During that period, they failed to win a treble under Neil Lennon and Ronnie Dyler. That all changed when the all-conquering Brendan Rodgers, it said, rocked up. Celtic won an incredible 12 trophies in a row at that time. McCoist suggested that the Hoops should have won more silverware during the time that Rangers were outside the Premiership. Never mind. Trebles are hard. This thing that it's a modern day thing, and fans are lucky. I mean, if you go back to the 80s and 90s, trebles were never won. You go back to the 90s when the old Rangers, God bless them for being dead, shouldn't talk ill of the dead and things like that. They only won one treble in their whole 9 in a row. This thing that Celtic have created a monster. The fact that we've been getting trebles. Trebles are not an easy thing. You have to beat what's in front of you. Somebody said on the channel last night in the comment, they said try and play in a league that's harder. Well, if you go to the English Premiership, if Celtic would go to the English Premiership per se, right, their budget's going to increase by 300%. The increased ad revenue. So be careful what you wish for, because if Celtic were to go to another league like the English Premiership, they're not going to have the same budget that they have now. And I think people just type things sometimes and don't think about the consequences or think about the reality of the fact that, I mean, if Celtic were to go to the English Premiership, the budget that they would have would be absolutely phenomenal. You get 30 million for getting relegated, for goodness sake. You get 3 million for winning the league in Scotland. Anyway, I digress. Celtic have been looking at a striker. It's obviously been said that Crystal Palace are sniffing about Kyogo, who won't leave this summer. There's absolutely no chance. Why are you going to leave a team that's going to be in the Champions League to go and play for Crystal Palace? Postecoglou would never allow that. It's never going to happen. But Celtic are considering a move for Liam Cullen, Swansea City striker. He's been a standout performer. He scored a cracking lot of goals. He's in the last year of his contract, so it's been suggested that Celtic might go in with a cheeky little offer. It is only on $2,500 a week, so Celtic would obviously more than double his wages. But it's also been said that the likes of Middlesbrough and Sunderland are tracking him. I think if it was Middlesbrough and Sunderland and Celtic come calling, you're going to Celtic all day long. It has been said that Celtic are looking out for another striker, and it seems that this boy could be the player that we're looking for. The left-footed striker has clocked up 63 goals, 51 goals and 12 assists, and 156 appearances. So he is a bit of a goal scorer. We'll see where that one goes. We'll keep an eye on that one during the summer and see if anything comes of it. We'll wrap this video up because I will do another video when the fixtures come out. We'll just jump back to that Ali McCoist story. I mean, I thought it was absolutely hilarious. McCoist was challenged by Celtic Sport in the studio, who questioned the progress that Rangers had made over the years. It's amazing that they said that history is an eventful thing. It says you should have won more trebles. You should have won more trebles. That's just unbelievable. I've never known anybody to say that, because it doesn't matter who, you have to beat what's in front of you. So judging things by winning, I'm not saying it's a good season if you don't win the treble, anything but. He went on to say you have to look at the biggest picture. And the bigger picture is Celtic are 13 points in front on the top of the league, looking down on the Rangers, and if we beat you this weekend, we're on the road for the treble. And on that note, have a great day, Celtic fans all around the world.
Lit. Roll up to the party, roll up to the party, roll up to the party, roll up to